I must ask you a question.
But I'll save it for later.
Hey guys, it's Forward and Flawless. Today we're going to be doing a first time tag thingy. It's basically just a ton of questions on first times and a variety of different things. I'm just going to get straight into that.
Right, okay, so question 1. First YouTube video you ever watched? Now, I don't remember exactly, but I can guess. I think it was a Christian song, and it would have been 26 Letters by Ben. I want to say like Rector or Region or something like that. But yeah, that would have been it.
I think the first YouTube video I ever watched was, I might be like 1 or 2 videos out, but you never know. I think it was a tutorial on how to play The Call by Regina Spektor on piano, and I was very big into my piano in those days.
First person you ever subscribed to on YouTube? I'm quite a newbie to getting an actual account, so I got one like 1.5 years ago. But the first person I ever subscribed to was Laura Lejeune, and she does like advice and help blogs on like self-harm and recovery and eating disorders and things like that. But she's also done a lot of tutorials about hair, because her hair is just phenomenal. It's amazing. You need to check her out. She's really good.
She's someone that we support and that we feel is similar to us, and that we really do think she's awesome, and you should go check her out.
Yeah.
And the first person that I subscribed to was probably either Tyler Oakley, who doesn't love Tyler Oakley, or a singer, but I can't quite narrow it down to who. It would have been a YouTube artist, someone like that.
Do you still talk to your first love?
I do not talk to my first love anymore, no. It's in the past and I'm not bothered.
I don't. I have since, because it was about 6 years ago. I have since, but I haven't in about 2 years. But yeah, as I said, it's in the past, so I don't really like dwelling on the past much. So yeah, who was your first kiss? My first kiss, proper kiss, I was quite late. Year out, year 9. It would have been my first girlfriend, Gina. Hey Gina. Hey Frankie, her girlfriend. No, we're still pretty close, which is nice. It's good.
My first kiss, see, this is really like pushing memories here. I can't remember. See, I want to say my first kiss was with one of my friends called Sarah, but I have a feeling it might not be, and I don't know. But I can tell you it was around primary school time, and I was quite young, around then.
What was your first alcoholic drink? Now my first because obviously I'd had like sips of beer at Christmas or from my dad or things like that, but the first proper alcoholic drink that I tasted would have been Tia Maria. But what I finished, it was a snowball, homemade snowball at Christmas, like 7 years ago, something like that. I was quite young, but it's Christmas. Who doesn't?
So my first, the first ever alcoholic drink I had was Bucks Fizz at Christmas, but the first ever time I tried alcohol, like most kids, was my dad's beer.
First car. No, we don't drive,
Yeah.
so
We don't drive, we don't
this
have
is
a car.
null and void. What was your first job? I had a paper round when I was younger, about 13. My first proper job was at a pub, and I worked there for about 3 years. So yeah, that was it.
I've never had a proper full-time job yet, but I did volunteer a lot when I was younger for my mum's nursery that she used to run, and I did a lot of work there, and I enjoyed that.
What was your first pet, Declan?
My first ever pet was a dog called Dylan, and he was a black greyhound, and my mum and my parents actually bought him just before I was born, and he was a puppy when I was a baby, so we kind of grew up together. So it was very sad when he died, and I miss him a lot.
I had 2. I had a chicken and a cockerel, Rosie and Jim, but we had to send them back to the farm because Jim got a bit frisky and Rosie didn't like it. So yeah, we only had them for about 1.5 years, but then we got more chickens after that. So first celebrity crush. Now we've thought about this long and hard, especially me, because I physically didn't remember until just before I walked through the door. And there used to be a sci-fi show my dad used to watch, and I used to watch with him, called Andromeda, and there was a girl on there who I think she was like a hologram or part of the computer or something like that. And she had a black kind of bob with a purple streak going through her hair. And I had a crush on her on my finger.
So another one that's I find it hard to give an answer for, but because it's hard, you know, as a kid, you just anything that's pretty, you
Yeah.
like.
Whereas now,
it's different, obviously.
Yeah.
We're teenagers. But probably it would have to be Davina McCall. I thought she was brilliant. I loved her on Big Brother when I was a kid, or I was a big fan, and I just thought she was beautiful.
A first real relationship. Obviously, you have like 24-hour like boyfriend or girlfriend when you're in primary school.
Yeah.
But no, my first ever proper one, I'd say would be Gina, year 8/year 9 for a few months.
And I don't personally count any of my past relationships as relationships. I just don't think they were worth much, and that they're not worth my time thinking about.
Not worth it.
Not worth it. It's all good. It's all good.
Who was the first person to text you today? First person to text me was Joe at 2 a.m. So yeah, she was the first person to text. Shout out to Joe. Usual.
And the first person to text me was my dad.
Who was your first grade teacher? I physically don't remember. I have no recollection before year 2 of my life. So I'd say no. I do remember Declan. I just remembered who was my year 1 teacher. My year 1 teacher, Mrs. Foley. Boom. I've just remembered. I've been thinking about that for like a week. Just remembered. Yeah. So Mrs. Foley, the first teacher that I remember, was my year 1 teacher.
I do remember my reception teacher before year 1, and she was called Mrs. Warren, and she was evil, and I do not like her. I thought she was a bitch.
Bit rude. Probably true. Where was your first sleepover? My first sleepover, other than my family's houses, would have been Abigail Denham. Probably in like year 6 or year 7, I'd have said. Yeah, year 6 probably. But the first sleepover at my house I ever had was about a year ago, so not that long ago.
And the first sleepover that I ever went to was at my friend's Sarah Barnes. She was my best friend in primary school, and I love her to bits. And yeah, she was awesome.
What was the first thing you did this morning, Ethan?
The first thing that I did this morning was I checked my phone. I went on my phone and checked my messages and what was going on, and then I went for a wee.
Well, I got woken up at 12 by my girlfriend calling me. But I did go to sleep at like 9 in the morning, so it's not like I'm just lazy. But no, it's one of those things where you haven't spoken yet, you sound a bit shit, and I was like, hello. So yeah, that's why I tried to. First concert you ever went to?
The first concert I ever went to was I went to see the Parlotones, which are a South African band. They're awesome, you should check them out. And I went to see them at the HMV Institute, and that was about 2 years ago.
I mean, you got me into them, didn't you? They are an awesome band.
Cool.
I've never been to a concert or a gig, to be honest. Want to save myself.
No, we've never been to one together either,
No.
so we want to do that.
But the first proper like live music kind of giggy thing that I've been to was a thing called The Gathering, which is like a Christian gathering of like music and singing and stuff like that, which it was really awesome. I've been twice. First broken bone. Now before I'd say a year ago, 2 years ago, I'd never like fractured, broken or sprained anything, and I happened to do all 3 of those in quite a lot of places at the same time. So I can't say which one was first, but the one that hurt the most and that still hurts to this day is my wrist. Like it still clicks and stuff. So yeah, I'd say my wrist.
And I've never broken any bones, touch wood. But I have fractured and sprained my ankles. That's about it.
The first movie you remember seeing? I'm taking a guess, but it's quite an educated guess, at Beauty and the Beast. Because when I was younger, I've been told that I watched it on repeat. And by repeat, I mean every time I was at my great auntie's house, even if I was there for like 2 nights, just that will be on. She had no option but to watch Beauty and the Beast. So I'd say that was the first Disney film that I ever really fell in love with.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, picking that right now.
And the first like Like, come on, obviously we're not going to be able to remember the first film we ever watched, but the first film that I remember watching was I went to see the first Harry Potter film in the cinemas, and that was I think 2001-ish. So I would been about 7 years old, and I remember being terrified of it and having to hide down the side because it was just, I thought it was so scary. You know what? It was scary.
First sport you were involved in? At primary school, I was big on football. I was the kind of girl who would rather hang out with the lads than the girls. I'd get into fights and things like that. I'd normally start them and finish them. But no, football was. But the one that I loved the most, so tennis. I haven't played in a few years, but yeah, tennis is the one that I really love.
And for me, the first ever sport that I was involved in was that I was on the rowing team in high school. Not like water rowing, as in machine rowing.
And you won, did?
Yeah,
you won?
I competed in a couple of competitions, local competitions, and I won. So.
What was your first Facebook status? We looked the other day actually. So yeah, my first Facebook status is on MSN and being a randomer with like a big face. But it's about being wrong. I put an A instead of an A, so buying random. Yeah, so embarrassing.
And the first Facebook post that I ever did was linking my DeviantArt page to Facebook and just saying check out my dev page. Yeah, it's a art website.
What was your first profile picture, Declan?
Well, my first profile picture. So I'm an artistic child. I've always have been from the get-go. And the first profile picture I ever had was me standing in my room in the pitch black, holding a torch and taking a picture. It's like really moody.
But it was a proper like kind of picture.
Moody picture.
Very ambient. Mine was me and Laura Boyle. Fatty, boop boop. She's been in the video before. And it was I just got my hair cut. And we'd put like loads of makeup on, like my eyeliner was like up to my eyebrows. Yeah, pretty much. And we were just stood there like, as you do when you're like 12, 13. What was your first piercing?
I've never had a piercing.
It will change. It will change.
With Jess being my friend, it's going to change.
I first got my ears pierced when I was in year 2, but they went wrong, so I took them out. Had them done again in year 8, took them out. But the first piercings that I've had that I've kept in were doing my lips, and I did them myself. I did this one when I was 15, this one when I was 16. So yeah, I'd count them as my first piercings because they're the only ones that I've kept in really. Yeah, that's all of our questions, guys.
Oh my god, we've finished.
Oh my god.
We're like bros.
Oh my god. Yeah, so guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Please.
We'll love you forever.
Yeah,
we promise.
Well, like.
And don't forget to share as well. Share the videos.
Share.
And yeah, we post videos every Wednesdays and Saturdays, so don't forget to check them out when they're up. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you this Saturday.
Adieu. Adieu.
Adieu indeed. I'm a boss ass bitch! Boss ass bitch!
Bitch!